In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom validation. To start off, I'm going to look at the tables and see if the lookup display columns have a unique index on them. I'm going to Subjects, and I'm going to open some tables, for example, country. I'm going to look at the settings. Here I have a display column, name, and now I want to know if the table column has a unique index on name. I'm going to open the data model. Going to the country table, indexes, and here I have a unique lookup index with column name. So this table has a unique index. Let's take a look at another table. Customer. Customer also has a unique index on also the column name. Let's go back to the subjects, select customer, and name is also the display column. So for these two, everything seems okay. But now I want to make sure that this is okay for every table. And I don't want to go through all the tables to check on this. Especially when you start developing any further, you might made a mistake or forget about the unique index or whatever, or change the lookup column without changing the index. There are several reasons why this may be wrong. So what I'm going to do first, before I go to validations, I'm going to write a query that gives me a list of all tables that have display column but don't have a unique index on it. So I'm going to SQL Server. Here you see a little script in which I declare two variables, project ID and project version ID, and I give them the values of my project insights and the version 1.00. I prepared a little query. I'm going to paste it here. And this query gives me all the tables, not the views, all tables which have a display column and in which not exists an index on that column which is unique. So this query gives me the result of all the tables without a unique index. When I'm going to run it, it gives me the result that I might want, and I can check some of these results. Let's go to table employee. Table employee has a display column name also. Let's go to the data model and look up table employee. And look at the indexes here, and as you can see, there is no unique index here. Probably not even an index with only name as column. I'm going to check that. No, it doesn't. So my query seems to be all right. The next step is to create validation with this query. For this, I open the validations screen. For now, I ignore the results of an old validation. I'm going straight forward to maintenance. And here, I'm going to add a validation, including the query. Unique lookup column is not unique. I consider this to be part of the data model because I need a unique index. It's a data model issue. It's enabled. Sequence now doesn't really matter, but I keep it this way. I want this to be an error on the table. I consider this a warning. Could also be an error. For now, I keep it as a warning. And I can improve it because there might be tables that I don't mind that the lookup is not unique. Consequence. What's the result of when the lookup is not unique? When the user needs to select from this table through a lookup combo, duplicate values may appear. And the solution for this, create a unique index on the column. And here I have to write some code. For now, I can put comments in it, and I'm going to edit the code here. The first part of the code that I'm going to use is the insert into validation message. Every validation will have this statement. Here are all the columns that I need to select some values for. And here are the values that I need to fill. And let's lay out this a little bit. First column, project and project version ID, and validation ID are all variables that are already present by the software factory, so you don't have to declare them or whatever. The software factory will make sure that these values are filled in. And then you need to fill in a primary key of the values that you need as a result of the validation. And I've chosen here to show the tables that miss the index. So the primary key of tables is project ID, project version ID, and table ID. The other fields can remain empty. And here you have some tracing. And here I need the rest of my query. So now my validation query is complete. I'm going to run the validations to see if my validation gives some results. And I think it will, because I have a new group data model. Lookup column is not unique. And here the tables without a unique index on the lookup column appear. This is the result I expected. So now you're finished creating a custom validation.